doesn't bite like that. There's no.
Once, like I have this play with her that I blow into her ears like that. And when she was a puppy, it started when she was a puppy, just randomly. And when she was a puppy, she didn't understand what she's doing. So a few times she just bite me in the nose, like. But it wasn't like aggressive.
When
It was
I
more
was
playful.
the first day in my work in the shipyard, the first time when I was there to introduce myself and all that, they had a very big dog, like some like pitbull, and I was very good with me. Was like, yeah, okay, I pet him and all that, and then a guard put him outside, and he put him in the entrance. And then when I go out with the owner of the shipyard, it was like that, and I never touched dogs. I never did that, but I don't know why. I passed through and I said hello to the manager, and I tried to pet him. When I put that, he bit my hand.
Fuck.
He was very aggressive. It was like that. All his tooth was inside. Blood. We go to the hospital and all that.
So if you have a guard dog,
it's not a guard dog. The thing it was something like that. But then he got them from. She called her trainer. He said that probably because she was guarding the space, something like that.
Yeah. If she had a trainer, then probably it is guard dog, because you're training dogs to guard the space, and you show them what is their space, and if somebody who is like you even if you wouldn't try to touch it, it might bite you.
But the thing is not, because I was with the owner and.
But it all depends
inside all this time for half an hour, and I was petting because since I was petting him inside the office. We had an interview, the introduction. And then I was there. I was about to go to the work, and when I go out, he fucked his tooth was inside all his tooth, because I see there was all this open. It was like my flesh was like that.
I had this.
Imagine how was the
owner.
The owner. He was fucked. He doesn't believe that.
Can you imagine? Fuck.
And I went with the okay.
Then now you're good.
But did you get any insurance money or something?
No, nothing nice. It's not the fault, and I was very good. I knew them. I was very good persons and all that. It wasn't they do it in.
Okay.
I could though, but I didn't.
I had this one story when I was a scout, and I was like maybe 15, 16. And before I watched like Book of Jungle. Have you heard?
Yeah.
Yes, and there's this phrase that in the movie that if you look into the eyes of the beast, and you will not be scared, then it will get scared of you. And I was in in forest with two other guys from my scout team, and like two big people started just going into us, and I did that. I just stopped. I looked in their eyes. They stopped. They ran away.
This is like,
It was fucking crazy, because we were just three of us alone in the forest, and they started running, and if I would run, they would just.
Joan, they're gonna catch you.
Yeah.
And pitbulls are so powerful. They can destroy you, just like kill you.
What?
They can kill you. A pitbull can kill you.
Beer.
A pitbull.
Pitbull.
Pitbull dog.
Yes, they're very Georgian. So, stay away from dogs.
How was heavy?
No, it's a beautiful landscape. It's nice. You have all this.
We record all this time.
Yes.
So it's in the part of the podcast or this conversation or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see if something is I don't like it.
Okay, cool.
Then we will just
Carry the wine.
Okay, sorry.
And this will also be in podcast.
Okay.
So
That's the other thing. Now, Candid's nice. It's like it's like really flat, and then you have the mountains in the background. It's like rushes on the other side, and it's very beautiful. And also, like the people are way nicer than in Tbilisi. Just like much more.
They're polite.
They are nice, they're welcoming, they are outgoing. It's a completely different vibe. It's I mean, they still Georgians, right? It's not that you go to
But
Cavite,
it's
it's
just-
like Colombia. Nah,
Probably because it's just smaller place, right?
could be. I know it says like, I don't know, but it was very comfortable.
It's heavy touristic, right? It's a lot of tourists go there just to see the vineyards and all that. So
Yeah.
The wine tasting was nice, so we did the wine tasting with these.
only to this cellar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got like super drunk.
You
And-
get drunk?
I mean, like I was
I want
drunk.
to see that.
I was drunk, and like Anna was like mega drunk.
If you were drunk, man, Anna will be dead.
Fuck you. Yeah.
The
So
tolerance, I haven't seen this tolerance in alcohol.
I mean, like I was just like Anna was mega drunk. Like I was drunk like a little bit. So minchia, che rottura di coglioni che fai? Basta.
Uspokój się.
So yeah, we just did one because I mean Anna cannot handle alcohol like me, you know. So,
How long have you been there?
Oh, yeah.
I did like 3 days, so we got there like Saturday morning and we left on Monday.
Oh, you stay Monday there.
I mean, like we left. Checkout was at 12, so we left at 11. Dropped the car. It's just like
It's 1 hour from here?
2 hours,
2 hours.
2 nice hours. Yeah. It's like the drive is beautiful. The drive is nice. So yeah, I highly recommend. Tel Aviv, which is the capital, it's like very small.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 4 streets. But it's nice. There's nice restaurants. It's a couple of terraces, like overviewing the mountains in the background. It's just like it's very bucolic. It's very nice. And you know, like for example, like the winery that we visited, it was just like a very small winery, like 20,000 bottles a year. And then they export like 90% of the production to Japan, to the US, to Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
There is a lot of Georgian wines in Poland.
In Greece now.
Like,
Nice.
and then now, I don't know, there is some kind of maybe like a friendship between those countries because they do a lot of Georgian cuisine, like restaurants, Rita. Spierdolę, chodź.
Don't be coglioni.
Like,
But you have to say, she's very,
yes,
very
yes,
good.
very good.
I just
Yeah.
did that.
It's very nice. Yeah, yeah, they export because like they pay 3 times more than here. You know, a bottle of that it was what, like 40 laris, like you know, like 12 euros. Probably if they export that to Japan, they pay the bottle what, like 30, 2 or 3 times more.
And
Yeah,
they have
sure.
different type of, I don't know how to, making it, like distillation, how do you call it? I
The
don't
process.
know.
you-
The process,
yes,
different
yes,
process.
yes.
So probably
Bars and
you
everything.
can, in Poland, Georgian wines are very cheap, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know about
In
Japan or somewhere else, but-
This is small production, so it's like, you know, like
Mhm.
probably they distribute into like fine restaurants. You know, like they have a good distributor that has good contacts, and
yeah.
so that's why in Spain there is no, it's like you know, the wine manufacturing countries. You say like there's no Georgian wines in Greece. Well, of course, like you guys produce wine,
Yeah, that's true.
produce wine, and the Greek wine is very good. So it's like in Spain. So in Spain you have like the Spanish wine.
I never
And-
tried Greek wine.
You never
It's very
drink
good.
Greek wine?
It's very good.
It's very good. Extremely good.
It's very
So,
nice. Very
Some
nice.
wines are very, very nice.
So we get, I mean, you can get like foreign wines in specialized shops.
You will be next year here, I will bring some. That's, that's a reason to come back.
Yes. And when we go to Greek islands next summer.
Next summer, yes.
Yes.
This summer we will go to the islands probably.
Mhm.
You will join us? No. It's the end of June, start of July, that will be the plan. That we will be sure of this when I go back. Now I'm going to
I
Greece.
forgot about this. I will.
You can fly from Poland, it's easy.
Yeah, but you know, like I'm going now. I told you like before, like I'm going now for this trip So I will be traveling for 2 months at least.
Okay.
Then I'm going to bachelor party with.
Maybe I'll meet you there because I will go there.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. But if it will be possible, then of course.
Okay, we'll show you the itinerary.
And how long are you
time
planning
or
to be
whatever.
there?
Sorry?
How long?
We'll see.
Okay,
Non lo so, ragazzi, vediamo.
that's good plan.
That's it.
This is the main plan.
This is my plan.
And then next year we'll go.
Then next year, price is going down here.
Well, I will say to buy Caravera for sure.
Gonna be like, price is gonna go down.
I don't know if I told you that when I was looking for apartment in Vaca and Vera, but like bigger apartment, like 140 square meters. I seen apartment for I think 900 or 1,000
Yes.
with 3 bedrooms,
Okay.
with big like main space, and like everything was
Yes,
perfect.
but the thing is that because the focus on expats and more that an expat doesn't want if it doesn't have a family or
Yes,
one person,
yes.
it doesn't want like that.
Yes.
More or less 6 square meters, 7 square meters. This is
It's what
I
I
think
have.
that's why this range is more expensive. If you want to rent an apartment for 120 square meters, 900 you find something very nice.
Mhm.
This year, next year I will 800, 700.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah, but I think it's sure. I have already seen it. In
The Russians are flying away. Like,
And the orders.
Really?
Anna's telling me, you know, she's in the Russian
Queen.
community, and she's saying it's like they're flying away either back to Russia or somewhere else.
She's Russian or Ukrainian?
She's Russian.
Oh, okay.
Like the war is gonna get over, hopefully soon. Basta, yeah. Then-
There is now it's like partial ceasefire, right?
No, the thing is now that the Europe wants to continue the war.
Yeah,
That's I don't know why. I know why, but it's a different
that's a
subject.
different topic. Yeah.
But this is the problem now.
Well, why do you think they want to continue war? I don't know.
I don't
What's
go
the-
to any political. So this is what I see.
Mhm.
It's like Macron is like a new Napoleon that want to be in charge of Europe, and he cannot do that.
Yeah, but I think a lot about those things. Why? What would be the thing that they could get from this? Like maybe securing more of this part of the world, like Europe, making sure that Russia is not going
Do you
to.
think that these 20 billion that they want to create now it's for protecting the Europe?
What 20 billion?
They want them
To drop it.
to drop yes
to
from the
I mean,
military. Nothing.
it's a complete bullshit.
Yeah.
At the end, it's like the main threat for Europe is all the illegal Muslim immigration that is creating a lot of problems.
That's one.
That's one. Like depends on the country. In Poland, you guys are safe, but it's like go to Barcelona.
I'll go to
It's out of
this,
control.
the things.
It's completely out of control. It's like non-stop.
Can I add something to that? But I think that the worst enemy of Europe is Europe itself.
Oh,
That's for me the best,
All the
the worst
European-
enemy.
von der Leyen.
Yeah, all this stuff.
Europe is already rich, so
She's
they
what?
don't already rich.
It's
Europe.
not rich. Compared to what? To China, to US? It's not rich.
No, like looking at the whole thing, the people, the structuring of Europe is like there is a lot of old money. Like
Okay.
for example, US has a lot of new money.
Yeah.
They have capitalism, real capitalism. Here in Europe, like here, not
Yes,
here, but in
Probably
Europe there is
some
a lot
years
of
of Europe, yeah.
old money, and they just keep it. They don't have this need to expand it or make some innovation. They just continue what they have. Like looking at history, Europe is very rich part of the world. So they like the people who have power.
Yeah,
Why would they change anything?
comfort zone.
Because they cannot follow the evolution, because now the world has evolved. And if you say to this perspective, you're fucked up in the long term.
Of course, yes.
And I think we have already seen these signs in Europe.
Yeah.
And this is a,
Like Europe is so behind with AI, for example.
In everything, so
with everything, they are regulating the
The regulator.
products
The
are
bomb.
fuck off. Like, fuck off.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. It's like,
And if you cannot see that, you live in another world.
our generation is much more poor than. I don't know how it's in Poland, maybe it's different, but like at least in Spain, or if you live in Spain, France, Germany, like our generation is much more poor than the generation of our parents.
Yeah.
Completely much more poor. When my father was like around 30, a single man working at a regular job could afford, with one salary, could afford a family of four.
No, my family, I had my father work as a worker, medium salary, but not medium, low salary, and work for children.
Exactly.
And he can leave us.
That's impossible today.
It's possible. Don't for yourself. You cannot live with the basic salary in Greece.
Exactly.
No, forget it.
For me, like, so from what I see in Poland, I wouldn't say that. I would say like Poland went in a lot better direction. Like we lived from salary of my father with like whole family with like 6 people, but it wasn't good. Like it was very bad. Like I think it changed because then you could get a house, for example, even if you were pretty poor, then you can get apartment house. Now it's extremely hard. Like you have to have a very good job. Like,
now,
but it's coming to what Klaus Schwab. Do you know Klaus Schwab?
Yeah.
Klaus Schwab
you
said,
will own nothing, and
you will be happy. So that's it.
This will have to stop for a little bit, I think, so for the next 3-4 years, but then it will start again.
Okay.
This narrative.
Can you live now in Poland with one salary, family of 6 nowadays? Basic salary? I don't think so.
I heard people who are living like depends what you mean. You can, of course, you can.
You can. Okay,
You
in Spain
can.
you cannot. In Spain you cannot.
You can, but it's not going to be good living. You are not going to go to restaurants.
Okay,
You,
no.
you will sit in home with your TV,
Okay.
and you will have food, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And what kind of food? Carbs, no.
Yeah, the basics, the worst one. Yes, so you can live, but you can't live like.
So it's like I was thinking the other day. So at the end, the problem it's not. So the problem is that like how the system is built. For example, in Spain, I think in Greece is more or less the same about the taxes. So I'm thinking, I moved to Georgia with the amount of money I'm making. I have here a lifestyle that is comparable to the lifestyle of my parents at my age, right? So, and if I was living in Spain, my life would be shit because I could not even afford to live by myself in Barcelona with what I'm making.
In Barcelona?
Well, my parents were living in Barcelona.
Okay.
So my parents were born in Barcelona. We were, so I had to move out from Europe to a country, a low tax country, to have the same lifestyle that my parents had 30 years ago. So it's like, like I have never seen my parents look at the prices of things. Like we were just like doing shit, that's it. Going on holidays, going around, going to restaurants.
Yes, but also like look at this in a different perspective. What you are doing, your parents couldn't do. Like it was impossible. You are working remotely anywhere in the world. You just need this, and you are done. Like you can get a job. Like even if you are not extremely skilled, you can get some job on the internet, and you can travel all over the world. So I think it's valid what you're saying, but also like it's totally different frame.
My point is, if the taxation in Spain was like it was 30 years ago when my parents were my age, I could afford to live in Barcelona. But the problem is that because I have to pay 60% of my salary to the government for the government to spend it in illegal immigration
not only the tax.
and cocaine and prostitutes for the government, then the available salary it's not enough to even rent an apartment. So, and by moving here, which I have to my disposal the full amount I'm making because taxes are so low, I can afford to have my own apartment in a good area, to go to restaurants 3 times a week, to go on a weekend, boom, rent a car.
Yeah.
And I would not be able to do that in Spain because like taxes is like 60% of what you're making.
Okay, so
You know what
so
I mean?
you are saying I'm going in a different direction because for me it's absolutely obvious. When I see it in Poland, but people who maybe hear it, for them maybe it's not obvious. But yeah, I think like people are getting fed up with these taxes, and
It's crazy.
I when you told me how much you pay in Spain, I couldn't believe it.
It's more than 50%. Like if you put everything together.
I thought in Poland it's a lot because you pay 23% VAT, then you pay corporate tax, then you pay income tax, and everything is like 50%. But like income tax around 50% is
This is
It's-
scale, right?
it's mental.
not
It's
flat,
scale, yes.
but it depends how much you earn.
It's hidden because it's hidden. So because like one thing is the income tax that if you don't earn much, it's gonna be like around 30 something. But then there is the hidden cost because the company has to pay to the state for you, right? So
Yeah.
the total cost of the taxation, what your income tax plus seguridad social, which is
Yeah, okay.
it's in Spanish. So the total cost, so a company that hires you, so your value has to be, if you want to make 2,000 euros a month netto, you have to be generating for the company an added value of around 4,000 because you're gonna get the salary of 30 something.
Same in English,
Exactly. So
from this perspective.
you have to generate double of what you get to have a baseline.
Yeah.
And so this
But
is
but they are doing it for profit, so it has to be even more.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's why it's and also so the system in Spain is designed for you to survive. So what happens? Life quality in Spain is very high. So we have good food. So if we take away all the problems that illegal immigration is bringing to the country, if we take away that, the insecurity and everything, if we take away that, like life quality in Spain is much higher than the UK, Germany, Sweden. Why? We have, it's the same in Greece, it's exactly the same. We have good food, we have a very nice climate, and the culture that we have is like very outgoing. We are on the streets every day. We have the culture of hacer el aperitivo on the weekend, go on a restaurant, we have good wine, we have fantastic wines at a very cheap price. So this makes your daily life very comfortable, right? So what do? They tax you extremely much to make you harder for you to live because you pay high cost. Like you move from Spain to Georgia, even though Georgia is a very nice country, the life quality is not the same. The weather is not the same. The people are not the same.
Yeah, they don't have
You know, like everybody.
No, like to make it harder for you to live. No, it's easier for you to live if taxes are so high. But like it's harder for you to live because the culture is great.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just like, for example, I'm talking to my friends that they are in Barcelona, and it's only like guys. So I have a friend. He's making really good money. He's like he has his own business, and he could like relocate. And I was just like, dude, like he's like 50% of what you're making goes to the state, and he's saying me like I don't care, more or less, because lifestyle here is so good that I don't want to move away. I was just like, okay, fair enough. He's making a shit ton of money, so
Yeah, but
he lives good, you know.
But it's like all the story, like it's wherever you live. Like in Spain, I guess it's probably even harder because of the sun and everything. But like anywhere you live, when you were born, it's very hard to live.
Yeah, sure.
It's very hard to live because you have family, you have friends, you have everything that you know, like language.
It's comfortable.
Yes,
It's a comfort zone. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
Yes, and always like I see people like they say like, wow, you left.
Yes, but the
You
thing
are
is-
doing this,
the
you are
thing is
doing
that
that.
Once you get out of your comfort zone, you see how easy it is
Yes.
Yes.
to adjust to something different.
And everybody who left their country, like is saying like, which I talked with that, and they had like remote job. Everybody was saying like, okay, I can visit, I can come for a few months,
It's the best
but
thing.
I'm not going to stay it for my whole life. So that's
I mean, at least me, in my case, I moved out 20 years ago from Spain. I went to France, and from France I moved to Australia, and then from Australia I moved to Peru, and then from Peru I moved to Germany. So, I mean, for me it was not that hard because I'm not really, I mean, I love my family and everything, and I love my friends, but I'm not a person that, you know, like, have to be with my family all the time. It's like, they're good, like, you know, like send an email, have a phone call, that's good. And
send an email. Send a pigeon.
There's like, no, I had to block my mom from WhatsApp because like, she was too much. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to block her from WhatsApp because like I was in Dubai and I got extremely pissed off. She was organizing my life. I was coming from Sri Lanka to Georgia. I was in Dubai, so I had to do this, do that. It was like, mom, leave me alone. I had to fucking block her. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I understand that because but I told like my mother, I told like very like directly that I don't want that because she was telling me like be careful with this and that. Like now
And
if
she listened.
yeah.
Okay, you have a good one. My mom didn't listen. I told her like a million times. Like,
No. She listened when I told her like very strictly. Like I told her this since I was like 15. Don't tell me what should I do. And then when I told her like, Mom, really, I really know what I should do. Then she was.
I have totally different approach. My mom just one thing, to call her whenever we reach a destination. So I travel from Greece to Peru, call me when you get to Peru, and then that's it. And that's all. Never call back. If I want to call her, whatever, yes.
That's sensible, yes.
That's very good. Yeah, for me,
Totally different approach.
because I remember like that's an interesting topic. Like the so the technology, the WhatsApp and everything, is it good for some things, but to use it responsibly. So I remember when I moved to to France or when I moved to Australia, I was just like, it was fantastic. There was no WhatsApp, there was nobody pissing me off, there was no my family behind me. It's like, what are you doing? You have to do. I was sending emails, and now so my relationship with my mom extremely improved. And I am telling her and I am explaining her much more things that I would if I had her on WhatsApp. Because if she was on WhatsApp, hold it, what are you doing? Now it's like I send her an email once a week, and the email is like that, just like extremely long. And I'm sharing a lot of things. I'm sharing about you guys, I'm sharing about the podcast, I'm sharing about like the cajete, about this, about that. And it's like, and she was also sharing a lot of things. She's explaining more things. So the communication has actually improved since I blocked her.
I think the problem, like in my mother, and I think with yours too.
Our families are very similar.
Yeah, I think. Is they don't.
You're so lucky. You're so lucky. You don't have crazy mom and crazy dad like messing around.
I think my mom doesn't have like real her own life, like doesn't have interest on their own life. Like the main interest of my mother is their children, like her children.
Okay.
So I think that's the thing that makes it difficult to have a good relationship.
I don't think so,
because she's
before-
obsessed about this. She's obsessed. It's
I
not
feel
like
it.
it's
my
not
mom
like
is not obsessed about us. So
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. It's like it's the same shit. It's and also depends on the character of the person. Like my mom is a control freak.
By the way, I love my mom. If
No,
she-
too. I love her a lot. It's fantastic. It's like I love her a lot, but it's like
I want to make sure that
it's like
she will see that.
she doesn't know English.
she doesn't speak English.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom neither, but it's like
Yeah.
yeah, but when you have somebody like controlling your life and you have to do this and you have to do that and this is good and this is bad and you have to think like that and you have to speak this language and you have to vote these people and I said that, dude, leave me fucking alone. Just like leave me alone.
Yeah, but
I left home 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you know, when I was 20, no, didn't catch 20 years ago.
No,
2004, it was 2004.
like first time, right? Not for like for.
I moved out from my house 20 years ago.
Okay.
2004, I went to friends, and I never came back. Since then, I lived alone.
For
No,
me, 20 years ago,
but
I
you went back to Spain, right?
I went back. So I went 2004. I went to France. Then from France I went to Australia, and from Australia I came back to my mom.
Yeah.
And then I stayed with my mom 1 month, and then I left because I couldn't stand it. You know, like after 2 years.
But you still then left, like we were living in Spain.
I lived in Spain for 6
Yeah.
months, and then went to Peru, and then from Peru came back. But I moved out from my mom. It was just like, Mom, I can't just like like, she was calling me.
But you have good relationships, right?
Yeah, simply good.
When you are going back tomorrow, right?
Monday, yes.
Monday.
I will
So
spend some time
you will
in-
stay with your parents, or
I will stay some days in Athens, then I go some days in Turkey, then I go back to Athens, then I go some vacations, but yes.
Mhm.
But I stay in the house in Israel, yeah. Then
How
most
old
of
your parents are?
I don't have, my father has died in 2014.
Oh, okay.
I have my mother now, she's 72.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She has still probably a long way. Like right now, people live
Yeah,
very.
yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes, and then she doesn't look that old, so she looks younger, so she's
That's
active. Yes, that's good.
Mm.
No, family is very important, but it's sometimes it's difficult to handle. At least depends on the family, depends on the parents, depends on a lot of things. But
Yeah, like
for me, it's difficult.
it's very important to have this, I think, foundation that you can always go back. You can always you know that you have those people.
Sure.
But like for me, like being too much with my family is.
Now it's a nightmare. For me, it's the same.
And also,
For me,
I don't understand it fully, but I have something with Poland. I want to see it now when I will come back. But like every time I was visiting, I wasn't feeling 100%
Polish.
comfortable.
haven't
So I
seen-
don't know what is it.
It's funny, like me when I left 2020, beginning of 2023, I moved to Asia. And then like after moving around to Argentina, and then I came back from Argentina last summer, end of June. And I swear to you, like I told everybody, I'm done with traveling around, I'm done with digital nomad life, I'm here to stay. And after 3 weeks, I was already looking at flights, like I need to leave, I don't know. I feel I can't breathe.
It's
The
really
Barcelona is
boring.
nice.
For me, it's visual.
But I think that's ADHD, and I have it
Could be,
too.
could be.
I have it too because I left Poland.
What's that?
I went
Like
ADHD, like you are hyperactive.
Hyperactive
yeah.
kind
Your
of-
brain is
I maybe
Don't
have
stop
that, but I
working.
don't have it in my mood. I only have it maybe in
Right.
my, because yeah.
yeah. But
I can't
maybe
concentrate on something.
maybe you have that too because you can't sleep, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's
That's
Yeah.
anxiety.
And
That's anxiety. It's not.
Can I make?
I don't.
A
It
question.
doesn't have to be anxiety.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm laying in bed and
Thinking
it's
about
not
it.
anxiety.
It
It's
doesn't
about
have to be.
wow, I will do this and do that, and it's not. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
negative.
for also, I don't have anxious hearing. It's everything smooth, so I don't have. But I cannot sleep.
Okay.
All the time here, I haven't sleep good. Maybe I think for me it's the place that I'm living.
Yes.
But
Malaise, irritation.
next year will be in Vaike. Also like a baby.
Next year.
Can I make a very important question?
Yes.
To ask something. Can we switch to wine or not? It's time.
Yes.
What,
Okay. Let's take a short
Done.
break. Well, sometimes it's 10 p.m. and somebody starts cooking.
You cook here?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
But
I love
always
it. I love
always
it.
the simplest stuff like
I do the same everything. Monday to Friday.
Really? No,
Well,
it's
I don't have to think. I make myself Thai curry Thai. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Ragazzi. Hello. I make a Thai recipe. Leap chat. I make a Thai recipe, like very spicy, with chicken, veggies, and then I get some pasta to fill it up, and that's it.
I mostly eat meat, but
That's
good, yeah.
It's for me.
my diet here is very good. My diet, and also my gym routine on that.
I do sports. I have changed my routine.
What do you eat?
Mainly protein, meat,
Yeah.
and 3 times per day. Because I fast, so I
But you cook, right?
yeah, I cook every day,
Mhm.
more or less.
Yeah.
Tuna salad or steak or chicken or something like that. I rotate it.
Mhm.
Every day something different, and weekend we go out mostly. So
Yeah.
For me, it's better to. So I don't have to think, and I love that. You know, I
That's
go,
good.
I buy the shit, boom, boom, boom. I don't have to think. I eat every day the same thing, boom, boom, boom.
1 day per week, bread.
Right.
You should come a little closer or speak louder because I think this microphone
Okay.
doesn't take it.
That's the thing.
One day.
1 day per week I eat bread.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have changed my routine.
I minimize my carbs intake.
Mm-hmm. I try to do that too, but like sometimes like I have a weak spot for tortilla chips.
Okay.
That's my Achilles heel.
How many hours are you in fasting now?
My last meal was usually at 9.
Now it's just like not today, like in general.
8:16 I think. 16:8.
16.
Yeah, for me it's similar. Sometimes I start eating at 12, sometimes at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So
I'm having more now. I think it's like it's around 20.
20 hours fasting.
Yeah. Because I changed my routine with the time change in the US. Like the New York session now starts 1 hour before. So now what I'm doing is like I start to work around 7:30, something like that, and then work straight until 2 p.m. No stop, which just makes me like around between 6 and 7 hours in the AI. Then at 2, I do sports because like doing sports, fasting is even better to burn. And then at 3, I eat. So, and then I eat at 3 a little bit, then New York session, and then I have dinner around like 8 p.m., something like that.
but is it like any specific why you do it?
But
why you
because before
shortening this time frame like the
because I was doing different before. I was starting at 8, then at 10 I would stop at 10 and do sports.
But do you want to get slimmer or is
No.
you're very
you can hold the physique. No,
It's-
fasting keep you.
For me, it's a matter of
yeah, but like 8:16 is like more 4:20 is more like a little more extreme. Yeah,
Okay.
I do it because
it's still healthy, but I'm just curious.
it goes well. It goes well with my schedule. So I have reorganized my schedule to fit it for the New York session trading,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought like, okay, what's the most efficient way to do it? And then I organized my day to be efficient, and I have put the meals in that. It's not that okay, I'm gonna fast 20 hours. How I'm gonna? No, I don't care. It's like I got used to it, and it works well for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not hungry, and it's like I don't do it. So I started fasting, not because of a belief or because I wanted to be slimmer. I started fasting because I was in Argentina.
Also, it's convenient.
It's convenient.
Yes.
It's convenient. Started doing because I was living with my ex-girlfriend, and she was in charge for buying food and everything, and well, things were not going very well, and she was not buying anything. So there was no food. So there was no food in the house.
So you have two options. So you start fasting or you do it.
Exactly. So there was no food in the house, so we didn't have a fridge.
Yeah.
There was no fridge, and there was no food in the house. So I started fasting because there was nothing to eat, and I was just like, well, I'm paying everything. It's your duty. Like you're not working, you're not doing anything the whole day. I'm covering all the costs, and like the only thing you have to do is like to buy food, and you don't do it because like whatever, and you're pissed off and angry all day. I'm not gonna go to the supermarkets. Like we agreed on these terms. If you don't do what we agreed, like fuck off. So I started fasting because there was no food in the house. And then after 6 months of fasting,
That's the most random thing I heard.
and then when I came back to Spain from Argentina, I went back to okay, now I have food in the house, so I can start. And then, minchia ragazzi, dai basta.
This way, okay.
And then it was just like I started to go back to the 3 meals and said like, no, that's too much. I don't want it.
Już, siadaj, Rita. Siadaj.
So I don't want
Już,
it.
spokój się. She, when she feels we're laughing or something, she feels energy and she also became more lively. Do you take any supplements or no?
No, that's my supplement.
Mm-hmm. That's very bad
That's
supplement.
my supplement.
I think it's recommendable. So I take a lot, but like there are few that are most people are deficient, and one magnesium is in the gray area. The most like is D3 with K2.
Okay.
Because if you
from
take
the greasy from salmon and all that, you can take this from there, right?
It's pretty hard. No, mostly the D3 you take mostly from the sun. Your body is creating it. But like
I will take plenty of it in 1 week.
I have
Omega-3.
omega-3 and with these two. Like you have to have K2 with D3 because if you take only
I'm not a
D3,
great fan of supplements from that. I prefer to
There are
take it
like-
from food and whatever.
yes, of course, but
I don't know.
omega-3 and D3 and K2 is like you have to take it. If you are sitting in the sun,
You have any
Hello.
affiliate marketing from this company? No? Because you demonstrate it.
maybe after this.
No, don't believe in that.
Like look, I have a lot. So you should take it. If you are sitting a lot in the sun, then that's okay.
I'm not in medicine and all that, in supplements. I don't know. I believe in good rest, if you can, good nutrition, exercising, walk a lot.
Mhm.
That's my approach.
Yeah, that's good.
Who is?
I believe in biohacking. Rita. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried a lot of different supplements and things and fasting. Like I went into fasting because I wanted
see
to
that-
hack my brain.
Fasting
And it
works
worked.
for me.
Yeah.
Also, it's convenient for me regarding if you have a schedule, right? It's convenient. And now I can do it. When I was in Greece and I was working on that, it was very difficult to do it.
But how did you even acknowledge that? How did you?
Fasting
Yes.
from Greece. Days
It's
in Greek,
normal?
days in Greek start fast. You were the first that start this thing about fasting. They make a gap of no eat anything.
Increases
Days in
cultural?
Greece, yes, yes.
Okay.
And cultural. Now it became, but they were the first persons that start doing this method was days in Greeks, in order to clean their body and all that.
And it makes a lot of sense. I have.
Also the Christianity and all that has this thing of fasting.
Yes.
They have it in their to purify your body.
I think in every religion there is some fasting.
Sorry?
In every
in
religion.
Peru as well, we have to do that in order to get a ayahuasca and whatever.
Yeah.
It's very common.
I don't know. I'm not going back to the 3
Meals per day
No,
or
not
me
going back.
And
Never. It's like 9 to 5 job. When you quit 9 to 5, you're not going back.
my mom was going to my parents were going to dietitian. And because they have some problem with weight, and every dietitian told them to eat 5 meals a day.
Small.
That's the fucking stupidest thing you
It's
can
the other way
do.
around.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
the other way around.
Also something very important, it's sugar.
Yeah.
You must get sugar out of your diet.
But that is just
Yeah.
addiction. Like
It's addiction, but because I haven't ate sugar, only in alcohol, but for how many? For 4 months now, I haven't touched sugar, but it's okay, yeah, only in alcohol, but okay, I can. Also, if you
But you are not
it's
like
some
separate,
yes.
right?
And also no processed food. I avoid processed food. That's why I'm cooking a lot, and I think that has improved my. I don't know if my level of health, because now when I go to Greece, I will make my
Testing.
exams and test with blood and all that, cholesterol. But I'm feeling better. The only thing for me is sleeping, but I think that the main reason is the house and the apartment.
Could be
That's
like
right.
being in the same.
Because I do the same thing in the same place. So if I change that, and
Yes,
because you must put the mindset that you go to sleep in a different, place.
I had apartment like this before in
Very
Warsaw,
difficult.
and
it was my first time
like I
I
couldn't
live
sleep.
there. Because I always live in big apartments. I have my shared bathroom and all that, and that's for me the reason.
But like even if I have a comfortable situation, I still have problem with sleep. It's better than when
I also have that, but yes, not like that.
and I'm still searching like what can I
I have
change
some periods
to.
in my life that I sleep good, but small periods. Every year I have small periods of my life that I sleep good.
For me the same. Like
I don't know how it works.
I don't know. I've had a lot of anxiety.
but sleep is the most
The,
important.
the most powerful drug.
Yeah.
I said, like, yeah, me, I
If
started.
you sleep well, it's amazing. If you can. My brother sleeps like that. He's a very hard person. I can't do that.
Like, I've been sleeping.
Maybe he's sleeping well because he's happy, or he's happy because he's sleeping
Yes,
well.
yes, for the better. But
Never
he
know.
has more anxious than me because he works a lot. He has a lot of things to do and all that. But he's very easy to sleep. How's that?
Mm.
I haven't been sleeping much better lately. The last month has improved a lot, my sleep. And yeah, I had a lot of problems with sleeping in the past, mainly due to drugs. Like, I was heavy on drugs, like a lot. And
Your mother doesn't understand English, right?
no, she doesn't understand. No, I was heavy on drugs, and that affected me a lot. Like, it took me years to recover.
What drugs?
Everything. Like, God.
What was your favorite?
Oh, MDMA. Like, yeah.
MDMA?
MDMA was fantastic shit. No, I didn't like cocaine. It was bad. I don't know. I mean, I don't need it. It's my character. I don't need it. But MDMA was good. 2CB, like, like good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was
have your supplements here? Because they have.
I guess no, that's over. That's over. It's like, no way. It was bad. It was a bad time. I mean, like, I used to be a DJ.
But like MDMA it's not like you can't take it every day. It's not addictive.
It is addictive, man. I was
Really? I never heard about anybody.
It's like I was really, because I was a DJ by that time, techno DJ in Barcelona, and I was inside the scene a lot. So I was taking drugs like weekly, on a weekly basis, like boom, boom, and I was taking like my friends were having one pill. I was just like, I'm gonna have to like 2.5, and I was
It's
just
like drinking wine, It's
exactly. So it was like
extreme.
it was just like like I was taking, it doesn't matter. Anyways, so that affected my sleep a lot. And then I stopped in COVID. I stopped like completely, boom, and then everything improved. Everything improved like slowly improved, boom, 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 boom. And then now it's like if I have anxiety or I have some problems or something doesn't work, then I can't sleep. But like lately, it's been very good. It's been very, very good.
Like the biggest problem with drugs is when you start taking regularly like cocaine, amphetamine, these hyper drugs like that make you feel like.
That was me. It changed my character. I was much more irritable.
I knew that I will like drugs like cocaine and so on, so I said like no.
No, don't try it.
I'm not trying that.
Don't try it. It's like it's bad.
I'm more into
I
like.
haven't tried weed. Never.
Really?
No.
Wow. So I don't know if you would like it, but I feel like alcohol have stronger effect on your body.
I agree with that, but I haven't tried, and I'm not so curious about trying things like this.
Yeah.
So
It's
also for me, as I'm growing, my tolerance in alcohol and all that, I cannot.
So
it's very low.
for me, I think that weed was
Like the idea of alcohol
was
is
pretty important in my life. Not I did that too much, but I felt like when I was a child, I had like closed mind, I would say.
Okay.
And at some point, I like my parents were very strict, and they were saying like, never, you can't. That's terrible.
Okay, maybe it's.
And I was listening to this, but then when I was like 16 or 17, I said like I read a lot of things about weed, and I was like, we are drinking vodka every weekend. A lot of that shit.
No, don't go like that.
We are getting wasted. We don't remember what we're
Think
doing.
of It's more fun than weed. A sneaker bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's more
Yeah.
fun than weed. But okay.
So I just decided I will try it, and I think that changed something in my mind. I started thinking because we always was talking with our friends that I had amazing business idea or something idea when I was on weed, but we never remembered it afterwards.
You must.
So I
down,
started writing it down, and I was like, wow, that's not a moron. Like we thought it's just stupid things. That makes sense. And then I read that in some people, weed is metabolized like psychedelic,
Yeah, maybe.
and I think that's me.
That's you.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
No, weed is not something. It's
Like I
harmless.
didn't smoke it.
harmless. But
Maybe like for more than a year.
for me,
for
I
sure.
told you, sugar is more addictive than. What is that?
Yep. Let's see. See how long it lasts.
Let's take a break. 2 minutes.
20 seconds.
I need to check her out.
I got to see it. It's very interesting topic. I'm like, I did everything. I was addicted to weed. I was growing my plants, smoking like, yeah. So it's like, in terms of drugs, I did everything. Everything.
No, not everything.
Unless-
Have you done heroin?
No. I didn't go that far. I didn't go that far.
I'm so curious about heroin because there is a lot of like urban legends about heroin and how bad it is, and I heard it's not that bad. There is this guy
Not that bad in what? Not that bad for your health? Or what?
in general, not as addictive as they say. I heard that sugar is more addictive than heroin.
Could be.
Yeah, could be, but
I'm not saying that it's a very dangerous drug. Like you have to be very responsible if you even
It consumes you.
think about that. But there is this guy who is professor at Columbia in US, and he wrote, I don't remember his name. He wrote a book about, the name is Drug Use for Grown-ups. And he's saying like for example, sometimes in the evening, he's taking a little heroin with his wife, and he's professor in Columbia.
Yes, what? Through the veins or through the...
No, of course not through the veins. Through the veins is like for the most intense drug users to get maximum.
To get crazy.
But yeah, like
Have you seen Trainspotting?
I don't know, but I think if I would feel confident enough, I could try it like once.
But I firmly believe that the best drug you can get is
Sleep.
good sleep, yes, exercise, good nutrition. If you have all these things, there is no need to take a supplement to get you high. You are getting high from that. This is my approach. Because I see, I'm very happy when I do that things, and if I can have these things, I'm thinking better, I act better, everything is in the higher level. So I think that this is the thing.
It's not like for me. It's more of
Exercise,
curiosity.
Exercise is addiction or not?
It can
It
be.
is addictive.
Yes, you're
That's
feeling the dopamine and all that. If you exercise and that, you feel that.
Yes.
If you have a good nutrition, you don't have to think about that because everything it's a supplement. Okay, you take something in order to change something that your body creates. Yeah,
Look, I will tell you what's my
I don't think there
perspective
is
on that. So, do you know that colors in our reality doesn't exist?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's just example. We don't feel a lot of things, and I think that drugs, some drugs are making you
Yes, but the thing is,
see a
but
little
the thing
different
is-
reality.
the thing.
And
is
I'm
that
curious about
You
that.
can take drugs. For me, take drugs when you are 60 years old. It's very important there because you have experience, so everything can be distilled.
What are
To finish.
yeah.
So if you're taking drugs and you're 20 years old, it's useless because you have other things to be when your body demolishes, then you can use drugs because you need something to make your brain act in a higher level. So it's like testosterone for the brain. The drugs something like that. Okay, but you must have experience in order to do that and in order to be to give you something back. If you're 20 years old, because you have your body, through your
You
body,
don't understand yourself.
You don't understand nothing
Yes.
because that's okay. You get a dizziness and you act weird, but you don't get nothing from that. If you are 60, 70 years old, yes, do that. Do drugs. But in the 20s, no. You have health, you have your body, you have everything you need in order to do whatever you want.
Okay, so what I want to say,
that's the problem.
I'm agreeing with you.
No,
I
just
want to
like
make
that,
sure.
yes.
I want to make sure that because what I'm saying sounds like advertising for drugs, and
It's gonna get
I
banned on
don't-
the channel.
Let's go to Ivan first of all.
I don't think that you should do drugs, but if you make informed decisions, like for example, when before I smoked weed for the first time, I was researching it for more than a year.
Okay.
I'm not doing it like most people that they just party drug and that. For with mushrooms, I did it after 2 years of research. I
Because it's a
read
different
books.
approach.
I was
But
doing
I
it.
think that if you've done the research and you do that when you be after 60s, you have all this experience gained, so that will distill your mind for the thing that you want to achieve. Because
Yes,
this is something,
yes,
you must
but-
be in a different state.
I think that we are talking here today. I'm here today
Because you have taken weed?
because
I don't think so.
I ate
No,
mushrooms.
no, I don't think so.
I think my
Yeah.
mind
I don't
opened.
think so. I
Like,
haven't.
you don't know my family,
No, but I haven't smoked weed, I haven't taken mushrooms, and I'm in this state. So what?
but you have a lot like different setup.
Not different setup.
It's hard if you are living in very conservative place with religious. Like it's very hard
To open up.
to open your mind
And you
like,
need
to possibility that there is like that in a lot of my surroundings they are like that's the view, that's like religion is one thing, that's
Yes,
if
but the
you
thing- you
if you
need
think
something to
differently
think-
you are stupid, you don't.
You need a supplement in order to think differently. This is what you're telling me.
I think I needed that when I was teenager.
Okay.
And
I don't agree with that,
it's
obviously.
not separated thing because I heard different people saying the same thing. They were living in very strict families and it like you can, if you are living in strict family, you can take, for example, amphetamine or cocaine, and then you will kill people.
And that's it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna.
But and also like a lot of things matter if you are talking about psychedelics. Like
Psychedelics. Is
I think that
different
was
than-
very important that I did that research for a very long time.
That's right.
The thing is, but this is a different approach. That
But
I'm not
Okay.
recommending taking
I'm not
drugs.
recommending that.
I'm not
psychedelics
recommending.
is different than, for example, what I did. Where it's like, it has nothing to do with cocaine, marijuana, MDMA. This is one thing, which is recreational, which is like thing.
Yes.
And the other thing is psychedelics. And I never tried, so I got hard into the fun part of drugs, but I never had psychedelics because I have always been afraid to find out what the fuck, you know? So I know I'm like quite messed up because my family was blah 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 blah. So I never did psychedelics because of that. But I agree with you. So the temporary change in the chemistry of your brain that the psychedelics bring you can help you to change your
Mindset.
perspective, not mindset, the perspective. So you see, it rewires your brain in a certain way that allows you to see things differently, and it can help you to explore who you are, why you are the way you are, why you're thinking the way you're thinking.
I don't. Yes. Think.
And this is only it's through chemistry.
For
at the end.
example, yes.
It's chemistry. It
But not-
changes the chemistry of your brain.
If you want to do that,
Yeah.
if you want to do that, you can go for a season in ayahuasca. That's totally different, and this is
It's the same.
No, it's not different.
no, it's a different approach because
Have you done it?
No, I wanted to do it in Peru, but I was afraid of that because I haven't done nothing. But I was.
Let's go! I want to do it, Peru.
Yeah, but I was in Peru last year, but I didn't do it. The thing is that I believe in that because this is a different approach. Because you have the shaman, you are in a protective environment, and this is for that. Because this is recreation. Because you go to a different state of mind to see things differently.
Exactly.
But you search deeper in yourself, and it's something totally different regarding. For me, that the thing is not the drug itself; it's the way that the people understand it.
Yeah,
so for part and for all that, and you ruin your life and you ruin your
I
your
completely
youth.
agree.
But
If you do it in a different perspective, yes, it's very important. But
Let's say I did like mushrooms like 3 times in my
the thing
life.
is to do it
Once I
with
did
the right
it,
reason.
two times I did it myself, just by myself,
Wow.
and that was perfect.
Really?
Because I had researched it, I knew what's going on, I knew what should I do, if you feel fear, then your fear will be
Yes.
terrible,
Mhm.
great. Like you will never feel fear as much as on mushrooms, for example. But if you feel good, you will feel that you are interconnected with everything.
This is the thing.
But
Also,
let me just finish that. But once I took it with my friend, and that was the worst experience I've ever had.
You had the right trip.
I thought it's a good idea, but I had this feeling in the back of my mind that I shouldn't do it, and it was
For
absolutely
me,
terrible.
regarding the ayahuasca that I told you before, when I was in Peru, I had a conversation with a guy. It was a guy doing for a working or something like that, but it was a local in Arequipa. It was then.
Arequipa, nice.
Arequipa, it's nice, very nice. And he had a discussion regarding that, and he told me that the plant will call you. You won't call the plant, so it's different approach. It's totally different. It's something physical. It's not a supplement. It's not chemistry and all that. And also in the how the Peruvians understand this thing. It's totally different. It's like a medicine. It's not like that. It's like a medicine.
It's
medicine
called,
for yourself.
it's called medicine.
It's medicine, but it is medicine. It has nothing to do with the chemistry and whatever. You go to a deeper and a different state of mind, and you understand your inner self.
Sure.
This is important.
So I think you are disconnecting chemistry from the mental effects of the medicine. There is this guy I would highly recommend you. He's called his name is Hamilton Morris, and he's the chemist, and he's also into this holistic view of the drugs. So he has a podcast on YouTube, and you should check it out because it's interconnected. You don't see the connection, but there is and ayahuasca. I want to do it for a very long time. I'm still a little afraid to do it. Like with mushrooms, for example, it's not like you take it and then you are like, okay, let's do it, let's party. Like you always are afraid.
For me, I was afraid because it was the start of my trip, and I said because I haven't done nothing, so I don't know how my brain reacts. So if I make that and he ruin the rest of my trip,
Makes sense.
so I didn't try.
If it wasn't
it wasn't the good experience because you never know how your body will react and how your brain will react to that. So I didn't do it, but it's something that I want to do because I want some answers in some questions that I have, and I think that's the best thing. Yes, the best thing is to do it through that because if you have the right questions, you get the right answers.
You can even help to elevate.
Also, you have a good someone to guide you in this process.
I would say I understand, but I think the answers are in you.
But this is what I'm saying. You have because the answers is in you. If you ask the good questions and the correct questions, the answers from in you.
I'm saying you don't need ayahuasca for that.
Okay.
If you sit in, that's my viewpoint. That if you sit in silence for long enough, you will get all of the answer you need. It's very hard to do that.
Okay, I don't know if it is.
But I think we have all the answer in ourselves.
The thing is that
so deep.
Yes, but the thing is that
it's hard to
with this plant, with the ayahuasca, this will
show you.
This is the
simpler way.
It's not a simple way. It will. The answer is in you. I know that. But the thing is, to pick them from the inner you to go to the surface. That's the help of this plan. This is
And
the thing.
that's how the
Also, you don't know if the answer is good or bad. Maybe you have a bad trip because the answers are not what you expect. So you see something that you don't know in your back. But
Let's-
it's different approach.
Let's take. I'm not stopping you. Let's take a break.
So the thing is,
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
Do you have any firing questions?
yes.
Let's talk about. Let's talk about Georgia.
Georgia.
Tbilisi. What do you like? What you don't like about Georgia?
Okay. Can I
Georgia.
start?
Yeah.
You start.
For me, Tbilisi is a very easygoing town. Very beautiful town for me and very easygoing. You can walk around, nice neighborhoods, easy everything, the taxi, whatever, have a nice place to go for a wine. Doesn't have a nightlife for me, but I haven't been out so long. But generally, the feeling that I have regarding Tbilisi is very nice. The bad thing for me is the people, but not because they are bad. They are acting in a different way that I'm used to. Also, I
The
don't
culture
speak
is
the
not
culture,
not
yes.
as open.
Yes. I don't speak the language. Maybe next year I will start learning Russian. That was something that I'm thinking about.
Очень хорошо.
Yes.
But I think we should get some Georgian friends. Like to, I think I heard that before that Georgians are closed for people they don't know. If you get
Maybe,
into circle,
maybe.
then they are the
Oh,
best
maybe.
people. Like, from what I heard,
Yeah.
like the
I
nicest.
agree with that.
They will help you with
I feel
everything. And
what I have.
we don't have just we don't have like
No,
Georgian
no.
Well,
friends.
Mariam.
We have,
I mean, I have Mariam.
One,
but we don't have like a circle.
a
with-
circle
Yeah.
of Georgians that
Yeah.
we can go out and see and talk and whatever.
And I think it would be totally different experience.
Yes, yes, I agree. But also it's easy going. So because the way that we work and the way that we have a planner schedule, we work from Monday to Saturday morning, for me at least. Then I have Saturday night or that I stay at house and then Sunday to go out for a drink and all that.
I
So
have
it's very
a,
good setup.
for me, it's very. So for me, so things I don't like about Georgia, the climate.
Ah, yes, that's
complete
It's
fuck.
the cold, but
For me,
it's bad.
I
And
am
also
from
it's
the
good
south.
because you can stay focused.
Yeah.
That's good because if you are in the sunny weather and all that,
Yeah.
you want to go out. But being with the cold, you want to stay home and you can do your stuff.
but it's been long. Like so, the weather's been long. Like this week, it's gonna be like minimum temperature 3 degrees. We are in April. Like what the fuck? So, weather for me has been hard. That's one thing.
Yeah, what is it?
Second, same. Like we are from the south. People are really nice. They are angry. They're not. You know, probably what you say. Like you have to think.
Sometimes some space.
Third thing, I believe that. So I was expecting an expat community a little bit more international. So I was expecting more people from the West to be around.
I don't mind that.
I was expecting that, like, you know. So it's a lot of Russians. There's like people from Asia, and this is like it's been. I met you guys, which is fantastic. It's like really good. But I was expecting a little bit more of a Western vibe in terms of the expat community, which I didn't find. This is the bad thing. The good thing, really good banking system. Everything is very easy.
Easy.
Everything is easy to set up. Taxes.
I wouldn't say it's a very good banking system.
No, it's good because it's easy. It's
Convenient.
straightforward.
I heard stories that if you put too much money in the bank, they will just block you.
No, this happened. No, it's not like that. It's not work like that.
I heard that
You've heard.
from people.
The thing is that the bank has to build a profile. You have to build a profile to the bank. The bank has KYC. You know, have some rules that has to follow.
Yeah.
So you cannot act like that.
Yeah,
You must comply with the rules. You must show that you are not do something illegal. It's very.
For example, I was trying to
Important.
make a transfer. I don't remember to whom. It was maybe for apartment or something, something like basic. And they blocked it like 5 times. I called the support and I asked them why.
because of the description.
And no, they didn't know. They didn't know.
Which bank? Bank of Georgia?
Bank of Georgia. They didn't know. And after that, like next day, I did it again, and it worked.
Okay.
So
I have this
that
experience, but I
shouldn't
think
happen. That's your money, and you should do it
You have-
whatever you want.
You
with
have a
it.
solo, right?
Hmm?
The solo account.
No, I have normal account.
Okay. Of the solo.
And so
What else? What else do I like from Georgia? The wine culture for me is very important. I like wine, so
For me, depends. It's very important from 2 until 5. Then I get drunk and I get fucked up.
so the wine, the food.
Yeah.
The food is very good.
Yeah, it's nice, but
Georgian food. It's like we are in a so. It's
It's
good.
nice for 6 months per year. It's very nice.
It's good.
Yes.
Candid is good. The food is good.
Uh,
And the cost of living. This is the thing I like. Like I live like a king, and I am saving between 30 and 40% of my salary every month.
That's good.
That's like, well, now the markets are crashing, so I'm not, but I'm waiting.
You will buy something. It's an opportunity.
No, it didn't finish. The crash didn't finish. It's gonna. it's gonna
I don't tell you to buy tomorrow, but it's
It's
a
gonna.
lot of opportunities are hidden.
For me, I think that the first, and I think for you also, the first thing is taxes. Like that's
Yeah,
that's the
that's why
most
we're here.
that's the most important thing. You pay just 1% of tax. That's it. Another thing, I had many situations. You are comparing culture to Spain, to Greece, where people are more open.
Yep.
I'm comparing it to Poland.
So,
So for me,
Yes,
it's mostly the same,
Uh-huh.
and in some situations, people are extremely helpful.
Okay.
For example, like when I came here, like first day or second day, my tire popped, like the, and some random guy on the street took me to his car, like drove me around to play tire places and just helped.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't talk, they didn't speak English, so he did everything for me. Like I had many situations like
Okay,
this. Like I asked somebody on the street for something, and they were like, "Of course, whatever you want." So that's very good. Nature, you are mostly here because you don't have a car. But like for example, I went yesterday
Yeah, seen that.
outside of the city.
I've seen that. I've seen this
Also now that
It's absolutely beautiful.
all the mountains have flourished, it's very nice. I see it from when I walk from my house
Yeah.
to the center. It's very nice.
Nature
That's
here
beautiful,
is absolutely
You can
beautiful.
go trekking,
Yeah,
yeah, hiking.
yeah, for sure.
Very nice.
What I don't like is a lot of garbage on the streets. That's
Depends on the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Go to Bakken, man. Like.
that's one place there is.
Iguana,
No,
you have
clean.
to
Everywhere else,
Correctly.
like on the streets, you have garbage. Like
Mm,
people
I
don't
think
don't care, but I think they need some time and it will get better.
And also there's another thing that for you guys is not important because you were taking, but like the dating scene in Tbilisi, it's
Okay.
absolutely horrible. It's complete shit.
You should see Athens.
I was like, it's completely horrible. So, like now it's different because like I met Anna and like everything's nice and it's good, but like in the meanwhile, it was just like I mean I have no problems with girls at all, like with my character, and it's probably the worst place I lived in for like dating, getting to know
Yeah.
people.
Yes, like people are conservative here. They are not looking for
Completely nightmare.
dating. They just want to be with someone and
So the dating was
get married and have
I
children.
mean, I'm good with that. Like, it's not. I was not looking to fuck around. I was just
I
like,
think it's also like if you want to just play, then that's not the best. But if you are looking for long-term
Long-term.
partner, I think
I was looking for a long-term partner. It's like that's what like that was my idea. But,
Yeah, but you need some time for that. I don't think you can aim for
Yeah.
months. You need time.
yeah,
In 1 to 3 years, but maybe you.
I don't know. I'm happy now. Like it's good. Like,
Yeah, okay.
but
Anna will see the podcast.
yeah.
Hello,
Anna. But-
Nice seeing you.
No, this true. Like before meeting Anna, I was just like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know, like Jesus Christ, it's just complete. So the Russians, it was just like, dude, slow down.
it's totally different culture from what you are used to.
Yes, maybe.
I don't know. Like you remember, I was with him. I was just like, I talked with a girl like for 10 days. Everything was good. let's meet. She canceled the date.
In the last half an hour.
Half an hour.
Make you go out with a date with me.
Yeah. So we were together having a glass of wine, waiting for the time. Then she sent me a message. Yeah, the weather is so bad. Fuck off. You're Russian. Like,
Yeah.
the weather's so. You know, it's just like, get out. So dating scene is bad in Georgia. It's like really, really, really bad.
But we don't care, so.
No, check. You guys are taken. But me that I came here, I was single. When I came here, I was single. So
I think the another thing is that it's harder to. It's connected to what you were saying about the expat community. That it's not as big. There is some places like you can meet other people, but it's not so big, and that's why you can feel lonely here if you don't have.
Can I
your
add something
circle.
to that? But I think something important is that we're a little bit isolated because we go out, he go out with me or with you, so
yeah.
our cycle is very close. So we don't have this opportunity to meet a lot of people and all that.
Yeah.
We don't go out in the night, we go out until 8, 9 o'clock. So we don't have this thing of the night.
That's also true. Yeah.
So also like me, I'm
We're
we're
convening with that. So
we have very little time. So it's like now that I'm dating Anna. So like Monday to Friday I don't exist at work, and then it's like one day for Anna and one day for you guys. I don't have time for anything else, and I'm good with it.
yeah, that's not bad. That's very good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. But not like, for example, this next month that you guys are away. It's like okay.
Okay, Anna will take a lot of you.
Let's talk about us getting away. So what's your plan? Because you are leaving Monday, right?
Monday I'm going to Greece for 20 days, then I come back. I stay here until end of June.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go to Greece until the November. Probably I will come. Probably the plan is to come back next year, and we'll take it from there. I don't know because also I don't know what happened because now this is my first year here, so I want to do all these things with the tax residency to see how the things work and the industry and all that. I have to do the thing that I want with the brand that I'm told you and all that, my books and everything. I will see, but so far so good I think. But I haven't seen the result yet. I'm waiting to see the result next year.
Sure.
I want to take the tax residency certificate and all that, change my...
So for me, I'm leaving, I think,
you come back?
10 or 11 April. I'm going to Turkey, then to Bulgaria. I already have Airbnbs.
Already?
Yes. First one is in Samsun because it's next to Black Sea.
Okay.
And it's complete like in the middle between here and Bulgaria. Then I will stay in Burgas, also next to Black Sea in Bulgaria. Then probably I will go to Greece.
Saloniki?
I thought about Kavala, but
Kavala,
you
yeah.
told about Kavala. I thought about Kavala, and then after that probably to Albania, and then at some point to Poland. Yeah. So
Magda's waiting for you. Hello, Magda.
she will join. She will join in some country, Albania or maybe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Greece is better, Kavala, it's better.
Maybe Greece. I don't know.
Yeah, this is like.
We'll see. And yeah.
So you're coming back.
We'll see.
You're coming back. That's good.
I think I will.
And I go to, let's say to Vakia next time.
That
So the
would be
thing-
perfect.
The thing is that.
Because we could go for a coffee or some dinner.
It's very
Guys, if
possible.
you're 5 minutes away, we'll go for a coffee. We'll go for like an easy dinner on a Wednesday or Thursday. It's like it's
And
gonna
then
be.
we play tennis, I see. I don't, but I can learn.
It's,
Oh, that's good. I told that to Joan because about his dog. He doesn't play tennis.
my
I-
sport.
You should. You should
my
try.
sport.
You
This is
should
my
try.
I think John is more for golf, you know, it's...
Mama,
I was on outside of the city. I was first time went to golf.
Oh really?
Yes,
We can try that.
it's very good. I will show you. unintentional advertising. They have a
Nice.
green card for 550 gel.
And you can go whenever
They will show you like you go few times and they will give you whole
I never
course how to play.
I will do that. I want to do both.
So that's it.
So I think that's it.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you
it.
guys.
Thank
Thank
very
you for
much.
listening and see you. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao ragazzi.